Queen Natasha of the Indonesia channel in Jakarta, and this is a special TIC news break. Flag carrier Garuda Indonesia plans to undertake a rights issue as it attempts to revive its ailing business. The airline expects to launch the equity issue after the Indonesian government makes good upon its plan to inject the carrier with fresh funds. Indonesia has previously said it is open to the possibility of private investors becoming majority owners of the troubled airline, which is currently in talks with creditors to restructure $9.8 billion of debt. Garuda is one of the several airlines facing financial distress because of COVID-19. The carrier plans to first use money from a planned state capital injection of 7.5 trillion rupiah or $519 million to rebuild operations. The company was unable to meet financial obligations to its banks, vendors, and aircraft lessors in the first 9 months of 2021, which resulted in the grounding of certain leased aircraft. In June, Garuda announced it had grounded 2/3 of its fleets of 142 jets due to travel restrictions and declining demand. Meanwhile, in October 2020, the company announced it would lay off 700 employees, about 10% of its workforce, while many others were placed on unpaid leave. The company finalized a restructuring proposal in 2021 and has been in discussion with creditors and lessors to reduce its liabilities to $3.7 billion. Indonesia Investment Authority, or INA, the country's sovereign wealth fund, has signed heads of agreement with state-owned construction companies Hutama Karya and Waskita Karya for $2.72 billion in investments in Sumatra and Java toll roads. The investment marked the fund's first investment in the country's infrastructure. The Ministry of Finance estimated that Indonesia needed $449 billion to develop its infrastructure between 2020 and 2024. Still, the state cover and state-owned enterprises can only afford to cover around 58% of the cost. The government designed Trans-Sumatra spanning 2,800 kilometers to connect the island to the north and south regions with its commodity-rich hinterland. Currently, 6 out of 24 planned segments with a total length of 531 kilometers have been completed. If you're heading to Indonesia or traveling within the country, here's the weather forecast for major destinations. And that's what's happening in Indonesia. I'm Queen Natasha with your TIC Newsbreak.